Aloha. We're in the Poi Poi Anuhulu in the lunar month of Ikua. I'm Kalama Abad.
And I'm Kamalu Abad. This week, we're providing you with an update on the Pohakuloa training area lease. But first, here's a quick summary of this week in the Hawaiian Kingdom.
Honolulu Mayor Kurt Caldwell lifted many of Oahu's lockdown restrictions last Thursday. Residents are now allowed to gather at beaches and parks in groups of 5 instead of 1, and restaurants are allowed to operate at 50% capacity.
Meanwhile, Hawaii residents showed solidarity with many frustrated over the grand jury's charges in the Breonna Taylor murder. The 2 officers who shot and killed Taylor in her own home were not charged. A 3rd officer on the scene was charged for wanton endangerment because he fired at a wall he could not see through. He faces 1 to 5 years in prison.
Elsewhere in the so-called U.S. justice system, President Trump nominated 48-year-old conservative Amy Coney Barrett to serve on the Supreme Court for the rest of her life.
Now, we turn your attention to Pohakuloa Training Area, a military base located between Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa. The base covers an area of Hawaiian Crown land 5 times larger than Kaho'olawe. The U.S. Army has been doing live-fire exercises at Pohakuloa since 1943.
But the $1 65-year lease agreement between the state and the Army runs out in 2029, and the Hawaii Supreme Court last year unanimously ruled that the Army had not properly managed the land. Last Wednesday, the Army was required to host an open house and receive oral comments as part of the scoping process to complete a new environmental impact statement.
However, testifiers were frustrated when they logged onto the open house to find a pre-recorded video with no one to listen to their testimonies. The Army is required to accept written comments until October 14th by mail or at this email address. The next chance to testify will be in 2022 after the completion of the draft EIS. Our Hawaii Island Beat reporter, Thwnk Fernandez, is live with a Hawaiian Kingdom resident who is angered by the constant bombing.
We hope our show pissed you off and made you want to take action. Thanks for believing in the Hawaiian Kingdom weekly. These are Kingdom Lives.
And the Kingdom lives. Pa'i kalima.
Aku think of only one thing. Yeah.